Today, I want to talk about JHope, who was believed to be bullied by HYBE and even Jin solo fans. I will explain all that. I also want to get into JHope believed to be hurt by soldiers at the camp after being promoted, and then JHope's clothes being ruined and what happened with that. So hey Dumplings, it's Dave Desai. Hater or not, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on. Grab your dumpling, taste bling mug merch, and let's go. If you're not aware, JHope has been gone for a few months now at the military. Overall, it seemed like he is really doing really well. We got to see photos of him doing his training and eating in the cafeteria with all the other soldiers. I think armies were definitely scared of bullying and a lot of hate coming towards JHope. It's not a completely unwarranted or unheard of concern when it's a very real thing that even celebrities who commit crimes are sometimes not even allowed in jail because they're too famous. But I will get more into that in a little bit. One of the main and biggest concerns was if someone was going to sneak into the camp and attack JHope. And I can definitely see this being an issue. BTS has dealt with a lot of sasaengs or stalker fans in the past that have posted some really crazy things online. Even this idea that someone could locate where Jungkook lives and then send food is quite a testament to what these stalkers can do. And then other situations like following BTS members on a plane. However, I actually would like to say I think JHope is okay because for the most part we have seen his solo supporters and fans actually act very kind and respectful. I think a little while ago, if I can find it, JHope posted his story about him at the airport and how well behaved all the armies were. They were all lined up and just seated, just waiting for him. Because everyone was so calm, it made it easy for JHope to walk around and greet everyone. When the crowds are very rowdy, all the members can do is wave and then rush off. The whole point of them going through the public main door is not because they are there to greet armies or their fans, despite what everyone believed. Their main goal is to show off any potential new looks, hairstyle, new clothes. Jin even brought a plushie once, and then of course to get the media circulating on what projects the boys have coming up. So the only thing they need is for those reporters and paparazzis to snap a pic of how they look and then they're off. So already there's no incentive for them to stay and chat, and especially if everyone is making it really dangerous, they definitely don't want to stay. But I say all this to say people are usually pretty good with JHope, and I don't really see too many threats online about him. I don't know why, but that's a good thing. A stalker had resurfaced recently after JHope posted again recently, which I will talk about soon. But someone posted that they stole JHope's shorts and underwear, and I don't know what on earth they were planning to do with it. If she was going to sell it, destroy it, like I don't know what happened there. The stalker also allegedly claimed that they stole JHope's toothbrush. I mean, this is terrible, and if this was real, then JHope would be pissed. However, I am almost 100% confident that this did not happen. If someone did this to me, I would not let it go, and I would make sure that they were in jail for breaking into my personal space and for stealing those things. There's no way that someone who committed a terrible crime like this would just go and post about it and then not go to jail. Also, you have to be really dumb to commit a crime like this and then post it. So a lot of the time when I see stuff like this, I like to just ignore it. JHope's belongings are fine, and I doubt anyone would have touched them. This is also something that I think would be addressed if this happened, and definitely if JHope was attacked by sasaengs at the military camp. JHope recently released a statement to talk about his experience in the camp thus far, and he talked about being promoted to assistant trainer at the camp, which I will dive into more later as well. And then JHope talked about how times have changed, like how they've changed from when he used to be JHope and now he is just Jungho. This was the first time in a long time he was able to give a message to ARMY, and he made sure to wish everyone well and show everyone a lot of love. The letter shows him as very happy and that he is extremely excited about living his double life. One as a pop star in the military, and then the other as your normal person. It's very important for celebrities and people who are not always grounded, right, due to their life, to do things like this from time to time that remind them of how life actually is for most people. And JHope is very down to earth. There was this rumor that was going around that I thought was very interesting. So if you are not aware, HYBE has asked armies to not write letters and not send anything to the military. Not only to not send to the military, but avoid sending anything to HYBE either. Of course, many people took this the wrong way to say, oh, so BTS is so big now that they can't accept gifts. People are so scared for an artist to get big and successful, but at one point this was literally all they wanted for the artist to be. Makes no sense to me. Now they're being insulted for being being big. However, them not accepting gifts has nothing to do with that. People send weird gifts and possibly even dangerous gifts, which is why they simply closed and removed their PO box from the public. Then when Jin and JHope started to enlist, armies took it as a solution to their problem. Their problem being that they can't reach the boys, so they started to send things there. However, the military is not equipped to handle 1,000 packages a day. They just don't have the facility to carry packages. That's not what they're supposed to do, and it's not their job. So a while ago, HYBE kindly asked everyone to go ahead and not send anything to the camp. JHope then, not too long ago, wrote a message on Weverse to say that Army's letters make him strong. People took this as HYBE and people who were supporting Jin, that were telling everyone not to send letters, as people who were JHope haters. This makes no sense to me. First of all, I imagine the artists themselves are glad they don't receive physical letters because they could be poisoned or whatever, right? Also, they don't have time to sit at the military camp and open letters all day. We're not talking about like 3 or 4 letters a week where it's cute to hear from people. We're talking potentially hundreds a day that is just overwhelming to even look at. Also, in the comment JHope left on Weverse, JHope says letters, but letters can literally mean comments and messages online. It's translated from Korean to mean the same thing. So he's probably talking about the amazing messages that are left online. People are saying that deep down, JHope probably does want those letters, and the fact that he's not getting them makes him upset. And then I'm seeing comments saying to completely ignore HYBE's wishes and send the letters anyway. Please stop. This is so messed up, and people don't ever think about their own actions. So it's not like if hundreds of letters come through, there will be enough in JHope or Jin's little mailbox that they might have. It will be a huge pile, and mixed in there could potentially be a letter from some military boy's parents that will eventually all get thrown out. And my issue with some people in the fandom is that they don't think about their actions. They just do whatever they want and they believe they're right, and when you tell them no, they attempt to defend their irrational beliefs or call you a BTS hater because you believe in another thing. JHope is definitely not upset by the company or HYBE, and I doubt he fully cares about getting those letters or not. I think he is definitely happy with the comments and seeing them virtually, although JHope being in danger at the camp is a concern not only about the stalker situation, but people are scared about the internal bullying that may happen. It makes sense, as a lot of soldiers would probably naturally feel like they may deserve higher marks or higher ranking in the military. BTS members ranking high in those situations does make sense to me. The boys have a lot of physical strength given their touring, dance rehearsal, and just a lot of stuff. They would tend to have more physical strength than the newly fresh out of high school kid that may have joined. The unfair part might be that the boys have no reason other than prestige to even get those higher rankings, because there could definitely be soldiers there that would actually do something with the ranking to pursue their military career and make a living using that ranking after their service is over, and they need to look for a job. So this is essentially taking that away from those people. Although I believe the BTS boys do a great job and very likely earned that ranking, so you can't really object if they got it all fair and square. JHope was promoted to assistant trainer, and this is definitely a big deal. If going by this trend, it seems like all the boys are going to try to make an effort to rank high in the military. But of course, there still remains this concern of if the boys will get bullied in their service, and if JHope is in danger of said bullying while he has been in the service, and is he going to be in danger? However, the culture is very different there. I don't think anyone would dare hurt or even think about hurting JHope, just due to the fact that being a K-pop star is considered a very respectful career there. In Korea, being successful and being on TV and doing all these things are not considered things that you would mock someone for, because these are all things that are very respected. And I think the majority of the people in the camp are big fans of BTS. So when they see the members doing well, they actually cheer along and are actually happy for the members doing well. Having a big celebrity joining the camp and then having said celebrity rank high makes the specific division look really good as well. And then all these soldiers can tell stories to their kids and friends about how they used to work with a celebrity that will be going down in history. There's also no doubt that JHope will leave with a bunch of new friends, as I would imagine they would bond very closely. So no, I don't think JHope is hurt, and I think he will be okay. Let me know what you think. Make sure you check out my Patreon for more videos, link down below. Thank you for this lovely comment right here. Love you, bye.